Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back to the garden. My name is Nikki Ewing, and I am here to bring you yet another yoga flow. If you haven't already, go ahead and roll out your yoga mat, your blanket, whatever your tools are for your personal at-home practice, and go ahead and join me on the mat. Alrighty, everyone. We are here on our mat. As you can see, I am not using a yoga mat. I am using a blanket. That is something that you can use in your personal practice as well. Also, I have a yoga block. Mine is a cork yoga block. However, you can use any yoga block you would like. And if you do not have a yoga block, I have also 2 books. So this can be used in place of your blocks. As you can see, they are just about the same height, so that's fine, and we'll be using them in many different ways. So it's okay if you do not have a block. You can use what you have around your house for a practical and cost-effective yoga practice, okay? So without further ado, go ahead and place your blocks at the top of your mat or your books. Place them at the top of your mat and go ahead and let's come into child's pose. In our child's pose, our fingertips are spread widely apart, so far apart that you can see the webbing in between your fingers. Our shoulders are stacked over our wrist and our hips are stacked over our knees. Knees are about hips width distance apart or 2 fists width apart. You can use your own judgment for that. Everybody's body is different, right? And once we are there, relax the shoulders down the spine. Really feel the shoulder blades really separate. And we're going to move through some rounds of cat-cow. Make sure the toes are untucked. And as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, gaze up, cow. Exhale, round the spine, tuck chin to chest like an angry cat. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Exhale, cat, tuck the tailbone, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine like a really, really angry black cat. Go ahead and take 2 more rounds of cat-cow. And feel free to get a little weird on the mat. You can bring in circular motions, rocking back and forth, side to side, really just digging in and finding what feels good to your body. All right. Go ahead and find some stillness. We're going to come into some wrist exercises. So go ahead and bring the arms out in front of you like thriller arms. Create a fist. Once you're there, go ahead and take circular motions with your wrist. And take it back the other way. Go ahead and shake it out. Bring the palms out in front of you, facing, the palms are facing out, fingertips are up. Left hand to right hand, press the palms back. And go ahead and turn the fingertips down. Fingertips down, palms will turn out. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the spine. And shake it out. And come into it on the opposite side, right hand to left hand, press the palms back. Making sure the shoulders are relaxed, the rib cage is hugged in, and turn the fingertips down. Fingertips remain down, palm turns out. And inhale, shrug the shoulders up once more. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the spine. And shake it out. And we'll come back into our tabletop position. Fingertips spread out wide, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, gaze all the way up. Exhale, curl the toes under, send the tailbone up and back for downward facing dog. We'll be in our down dog for 3 really juicy breath cycles. As you take those breath cycles, be mindful of spreading the fingertips out extremely wide. We're pressing into all 4 corners of our palms. We can feel that sensation by grounding down into the thumb, middle finger, and pinky, really watching and feeling the fingers expand against the mat. Relax the heels into the earth. Inhale deeply. Exhale, feel the shoulder blades separate one from another. Inhale, gaze in between the thumbs. Go ahead and bend the knees, but keep the tailbone lifted. As you exhale, walk feet to hands, forward fold. Allow the feet to be about hips-width distance apart. Really lengthen through the neck and spine. Feel the belly button rest on top of the thighs. Hinging from the hips, we grab opposite hands, opposite elbows, creating a basket for our head, and begin to rock side to side. Knees can be as bent as we need them to be. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, release the palms back towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands rest on top of the shins. Elongate through the neck and spine, wrapping the shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head, gaze up, look at your beautiful fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Step the feet together. Feel the rib cage hug in. Allow the hip bones to shift forward. A natural bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head, gaze up to the heavens. Exhale, hands slide down the center of the body as we hinge from the hips, lead with the heart fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, wrap the shoulder blades down the spine. Exhale, plant the hands into the mat, step back into a high plank, the top of a push-up. When we step into our high plank, make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. We're grounding down into the balls of our feet. From here, release the knees to the mat, uncurl the toes. Begin to shift shoulders over the fingertips, lengthening through the neck and spine. As you lower down, allow the elbows to graze the rib cage. Allowing the third eye center to rest into the mat. Inhale, press into your strong hands, lift the heart slightly, coming into baby cobra. We're looking where the mat meets the carpet or our wooden floors. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, curl the toes under, press all the way to the top of your push-up, and come back into your downward facing dog. As we come into our down dog, begin to pedal it out, taking our dog for a walk. We bend one knee and then the other. Hugging navel to spine, even while in downward facing dog, really being active in the core. Shoulder blades wrap all the way down the spine, feeling the shoulder blades separate one from another. All right, we're going to flow through that sun A one more time. Inhale, look where the mat meets the floor, bend the knees, and step feet to hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, send the crown towards the top of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head, gaze all the way up at our pretty fingertips. Exhale, fold forward, hinge from the hips, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the neck and spine. Exhale, plant the hands into the mat, step back, high plank, push-up position. We'll also release the knees here, uncurling the toes, shifting our weight forward, hug navel to spine, lower down with control. Planting the hands firmly into the mat, our hands are underneath our shoulders. Lift the heart, coming back into that baby cobra. Pressing into the tops of the feet, hugging navel to spine. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can also shift through your tabletop position and then lift the knees back up into your downward facing dog. That's the beauty of an at-home practice. We can take any type of variation of a flow, of a posture. It's your body, it's your personal practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, family. As we inhale, we're going to plant the left foot into the center of our mat. Step the right foot in between the hands. If you notice that you have to step your foot up a little bit more, that's completely fine. We'll just grab our little ankle here and just lightly nudge our foot up. Release the left knee to the mat. Make sure you have your left knee over your left knee. Hello, this is your right knee. Make sure you have your right knee over your right ankle. And this is where we'll be using our blocks or books as well. So I have 2 books. If you have a big book, you can just use 1 book. I'm choosing to use 2 at home practice, right? So I have my block on one side and my book on the other side. This is a perfect way to bring the earth up to you. We're grounding down into the blocks or books. Gaze forward. You can also spider your fingertips to help you not dump down. Pressing up and away from the mat. Relax the shoulders down the spine. Toes are curled under here. Gazing forward, hug navel to spine, and begin to lift the heart off, lift the belly button off of your top of your thigh, bringing the hands to heart center. Our heart is lifted. Pressing down into all 4 corners of our right foot. We can even lift up our 5 toes to really feel ourselves connect to the earth that is supporting us, okay? So take that moment, see how that feels. Once you feel like you're grounded and connected, you can relax the toes back into the earth and bring the hands back to heart center if they aren't there already. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. You'll be feeling the glutes squeeze. Breathe in. Exhale, release the hands back to our blocks or books. Curl the left toes under if you have not already. Lift the left knee, and we'll see how this feels lifted in crescent lunge. Once we have our left knee lifted, relax the shoulders. Again, I'm spidering my fingertips. Hug navel to spine. Bring hands to heart center. Press yourself up. In our crescent lunge, the left heel is stacked over the ball of your left foot. That's that little space between the sole of your foot and your toes. We have like a little doorstop that we're acting as our foot with. Hands are heart center. Lift the heart. Don't think that sentence made any sense, but hey, we're here, right? If you want a different sensation, you can bend the left knee, or you can straighten it. Your choice, your practice. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, relax the shoulders. One more big breath in. Exhale, release the hands to frame the toes. Release the left knee to the earth. Uncurl the toes. Shift your weight back. Bring the right knee to meet the left. Ground down into the hands. We can remove the blocks and books out of our way momentarily. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, curl the toes under. Send the tailbone up and back, down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Spreading the fingertips out wide. Inhale, fill the belly up with air. Exhale, sigh it out. Plant your right foot into the center of the mat. Step the left foot forward, coming into runner's lunge. Maybe we walk or shimmy and shake the right foot a little bit further behind us, bringing our blocks and books back into the party. Notice how each side is definitely different. Relax the shoulders down the spine. Let the collarbone really be exposed here. Release the right knee to the mat. Toes remain curled under. Peel the belly button off the top of your thigh. Hands come to heart center. Adjust your left foot. We want to make sure that our right foot isn't sickled. We want to make sure that we're supported and grounded down into the earth that is supporting us, right? Once you feel that connectivity, after you've made your adjustments, bring the hands to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's bring some awareness to the hip bone, shall we? You want to send your left hip back, right hip is forward. That way our hips are squared. Once we square the hips towards the top of the mat, invite the pelvic floor forward by shifting the hip bones forward, and maybe you find a natural depth. Hands are at heart center. We breathe in deeply. Stay for the exhale. Fill up all the way. Exhale, release the hands to frame the toes. Curl the right toes under if you have let them relax. Pick up our right knee, setting up for high crescent. Wrap the shoulders down the spine, root down, rise up. Press into your strong feet. Lifting the heart, hands are at heart center. Right heel is stacked over the ball of our foot. Inhalation. Exhale. Activating into this left quad muscle, sending the left knee towards the outside edge of our pinky toe. It's a waking up of that thigh muscle. Breathe in. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Release the right knee to the earth. Uncurl those toes. We can remove the block from our left side, making way to send the left leg to meet the right tabletop position. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out, round the spine, tuck chin to chest, angry cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Bring the big toes together, knees apart. Find your child's pose. Maybe you rock the forehead side to side. Take this time to really just feel how the body feels. Maybe you heated up the body. Maybe you feel everything vibrating and shaking through your vessel. That is totally normal. Embrace that sensation as we recharge the body here. And as we inhale, go ahead and peel the body up and off of the mat. Go ahead and bring the legs all the way around to the side, coming through side saddle. And extend the legs out long against the mat. As we take this midday reset, go ahead and feel for your tailbone, removing the fleshy good stuff from underneath you. We'll take our peace fingers. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. And begin to hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, wrapping the peace fingers around the big toes. From here, let's think about belly to top of the thighs instead of really rounding the spine, bringing knee to nose to knee. Inhale, lengthen through the neck and the spine, feel the shoulders relax down the body. Bend the elbows and allow your belly button to meet your thighs. In this moment, we still have integrity in our neck and spine. Once we feel that connection, we can release the weight of the head forward. Perhaps you have a little bit more room. You can definitely wrap the hands around the outside edge of your feet. Again, we want to lengthen through the neck and the spine, and then begin to bend in the elbows, releasing the body forward. All too often we, really don't have time to just regroup and recharge and just find what feels good within our bodies. So sometimes we need a little midday reset, even if it's just for 30 minutes or less. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, roll up slowly. If you're anything like me, I love to just move the feet, the ankles around a little bit. Feel the little cracks and pops and tweaks. All right, so we're gonna come into one of my personal favorite poses here, and it's really because you get to feel a side body stretch, you get the lower back stretch, and it really feels yummy. So we're going to start out with bringing the left foot into the right. Go ahead and close the hips off. You're facing that extended right leg. Opposition if you're a dancer. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach up. Right hand is pressing into the mat. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, you're going to come across your right leg. If you have access to the outside edge of your foot, go ahead and take that grab. However, that's not a necessity. You can grab your ankle. You can grab your calf. Hey. You can grab your thigh. As long as you find that twist and you allow yourself to get really into it, okay? Be careful. Your shoulder will want to creep up on you. Relax your left shoulder down your spine. Find that spinal twist. Release the weight of your head forward. Right hand can hang out behind you. And just breathe. Big breath in. Exhale, roll up slowly. Head is the last thing at the top. And we'll switch sides. Right foot comes in. We square the hips, closing the hips off. Opposition. Right arm reaches up. We take the cross over the body. Wrapping your right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Also, keep in mind we do have blocks, so maybe you want to take it deeper. You can rest your hand on your block or your books and take the twist a little bit deeper. Noticing I have my hand is grabbing the outside edge of the block, wrapping the shoulders down the spine. I surrender the body forward. Again, this is your practice. You find what makes sense to your body and you listen to your body. You honor your body. Inhale, tuck chin to chest. We roll up slowly. Head is the very last thing at the top. Wrap the shoulders down the spine a couple of times. And maybe we bring it forward. All right. Let's show the hips a little bit more love, and we're going to get into the shoulders a little bit as well, okay? So For this, I'm going to cue up a handy dandy book or block if you want to use it, right? So this is optional. We can stay cross-legged at the ankles, or we can take our right foot rather, and let your right foot stack on top of the left. Now, if you notice that your knee comes up, that is okay. We have tools. You can either use a block if you have a block, and you can let your block meet you where you are, filling that space. If you can go down a little bit more, but you notice there's still a little gap, hey, maybe you take a book and you downsize. It's okay. We have tools to help make our practice more accessible to us. Yes, yes. Extend the arms out long. The right leg is on top, so we're going to come into eagle. Right arm is going to come underneath. We're bringing the hands together. Once you have your eagle rack, we lift elbows to shoulder height. Now, if this is not a reality as of yet, that is okay. I have you covered. You can come into one of those good old bear hugs and just lift the elbows. No matter where we choose to go, we relax the shoulders, letting them unkiss the ears. Inhale deeply. Exhale, remain right where we are, asking ourselves, can we relax the thigh muscles? And as we inhale, exhale, unravel. How does that feel? Yeah? Amazeballs, right? Go ahead and uncross the feet. Plant the soles of the feet into the mat. Bring the hands behind you. Your fingertips are facing the same direction as your toes, yeah? Like this. You're going to windshield wiper the legs, rocking from one side into the other. And once we feel pretty awesome, we'll switch sides. Again, you can cross at the ankles and remain there. That is okay. This is the beauty of an at-home practice. You do not have the temptation to do what everybody else is doing. You have the time to just create what feels good for you and explore your body, and knowing that that's okay. That's where a strong yoga practice is built, in the comfort of your home, just listening and learning so much about your body. So again, if you notice that knee is creaking up on the opposite side as well, hey, we take a book or a block and we fill that space. That's okay. Or maybe you notice, hey, my left side is different from my right. That's normal. That just means you have to show both of those sides equal love in different ways, you know? Bring the hands in front of you. Left arm comes underneath the right. We find eagle. Knowing that you have the freedom to take the same variation you took on the right here on the left as well. Deep, deep breath in. Big breath out. Fill up all the way. Exhale, unwrap the arms, wrap the shoulders back, and maybe we loop them forward and uncross the left leg gently. Bring the hands back behind you and windshield wiper the legs side to side. And go ahead and find stillness. You can cross the legs back. Remove the blocks from underneath you or throw them away. Maybe don't throw them away. I did not tell you to throw anything away. But go ahead and settle into your final resting pose. If you have time to join me for a Shavasana, go ahead and extend the legs out long against the mat and allow the hands to rest by your side. Or if you'd rather take meditation at this time, you're more than welcome to. Or maybe you have to hop right back into your routine. That's okay, but allow just a moment of this time to just embrace the sensations and how your body feels, even if it means you just sitting with your legs crossed and eyes closed. And no matter what you have chosen, I say thank you for carving out time for yourself. Thank you for showing love to your body and allowing me to guide you. It is the peace, love, light, and divine that dwells within me, that honors, loves, and truly respects the peace, love, light, and divine that dwells within each and every one of you who are watching this video day by day. Namaste.